Welcome to the ELC South. Let's go inside and take a tour of the library. So as we enter the library, you can see the first thing is our circulation desk. Currently, it's covered with things for Dr. Seuss Day that we're getting ready for. In the back corner, by the outside door to the playground, you can see we're getting ready for the book fair also. And those cabinets there are the extent of my storage space in the library, so as you can see it becomes quite cluttered. Here we have a cart for video announcements that doesn't work for two reasons. First, we do announcements twice a day at the ELC, and secondly, we still do not have a working camera for it. So currently it sits here taking up space. So another flaw in the design that we're working to fix is that currently there's only one hole in the entire circulation desk that allows me to run cord above the circulation desk. So my laptop and circulation computer, along with phone and scanner and lights and all that kind of stuff, go through that one cord hole behind the telephone. So we're working on a solution for that. Currently, we're in a little bit of a bureaucratic debate as to who should be paying for that cost, whether it's the campus or the construction crew. So, this is our circulation desk. Next, we can take a look at the shelving in the library for the ELC South. All of the shelving is on casters, which is really nice. It allows for us to move them around as needed for different activities like book fair, or when we just need a big open space for one of the things that we're doing throughout the year. We can just roll them all out of the way and put them right back as soon as we're done. So the biggest selection of books that we have is our easy books, our picture books. Obviously, for 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, this is the area that they're going to spend the most time in. As you can see, we've labeled the shelves with the Letterland characters. So these are all characters that they've been using throughout the year, learning their phonics, which is awesome. It's really helping the students to get those pre-writing and pre-reading skills down, and the kids really, really enjoy it. While this is my biggest section, this is also the section that got ransacked most this week. We started, for the first time this week, allowing students to check out books, which was a unique experience, a lot of lessons learned on my part, of how we'll have that roll out a little bit smoother later. But overall, the students really enjoyed the opportunity to be able to check out some books, but it leaves my shelves even more bare than they would normally be. But, you know, we have a good starting selection. We have a very small selection of Spanish books, bilingual books. It's not a very large section at all, but we're slowly building it up. Like I said, it's our first year open, so there's only room for growth. Our nonfiction section, again, pretty small to start with, but, you know, we're getting those books in slowly also. I've been putting in some orders so that that will help build the collection. And so the teachers are really enjoying what we have so far, and I think that the more we go through the year and through the next couple of years, we'll have a really good selection of books by the time we're done. That will be very useful for our students. So, got a lot of shelves right now that are just empty at the moment, but I'm sure that will change soon enough. Next, we can talk about the furniture. We have these very modular tables. All of them are in casters, so it makes them easily movable. You can put them together, take them apart, and put them in different designs. So we can do small circle tables. We can do really long tables where you take the middles of all of them and kind of put them together. It allows us to kind of move things around as needed for different activities that we're doing, which is pretty nice. It's very convenient. I like the splash of color that it adds to the library. In the back here, we have 4 other tables. These tables The idea is that this is the space-saving version. We can also flip them around so that in the center would be a circle. It just takes up a little bit more space, and I haven't found a practical use for that yet. So we're working on it. We'll figure something out. Or we keep it like this and continue to use it the way it is, so that'll work too. So we also have these rounded shelves, which are not the best for putting books on. They don't really hold the books all that well when you're trying to put a number of them on there at the same time. The back of the shelves are more narrow than the front of the shelf, so it's kind of awkward for books at times. So what we use them for here in the ELC South is we're putting our centers and makerspace materials in here, and we've got some labels for them so that the kids know what they are. They can find what they need if they're asked to grab something real quick. We kind of have them labeled out. The art supplies are over in the back corner over here, out of the way. But we're using this as storage, and it seems to be working out pretty well that way. Going to find some clever uses for some of the furniture that we were given. We also have some other shelves here, which are good for storage. I'm also using them to kind of block off an area, designate an area for our story times that we do. So those are nice. The back side, we're actually looking at a set that are turned backwards, are dry erase boards. So that's, in theory, a nice added feature with 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. It's not always practical. What we found is that when we use dry erase, the fingers are magically attracted to it, and so it's destroyed pretty quickly. So instead, what I've done is we're using pictures that we print and kind of tape them on and use them as needed. So now that we're in here, this is our story time area. We have this giant TV, and sorry, the lighting in here is not great, so there's a little bit of a glare. This giant TV is supposed to be a touchscreen TV that would allow us to show videos and do different activities. It's not the best. It works about 40% of the time, and it's usually that I'm either in here or in other classrooms trying to get these things to work about 2 hours a week. So that's fun. They're trying very slowly, and I'd love to say deliberately, but I'm not sure that's true, to get these all fixed. But that's a process that, maybe we'll have it fixed for next year. We'll see. We do have cube chairs for some of our special needs students, some of our special friends who struggle to sit, and of course, our alphabet rug where most of our students sit. I've also kind of commandeered some of the soft seating that we'll show you in a minute so that I don't have to be all the way on the floor. I'm getting old. It's hard to get up. And of course, just in case you were curious, this is our lion puppet. As we are the Lion Cubs, we use it weekly to sing our Storytime song. So we do have some nice soft seating, which allows the students to kind of sit down as they're finishing up, lining up, getting ready to exit the library. They can sit here. Again, these are pretty modular. They're nice. You can kind of put them in different designs and arrangements. This is the easiest that I've found that would work so far with our students. So, as you can see, we do have a lot of windows in the library. Got some up high. We've got a lot that are down low. We have some that go into the hallways. As you can see, it's Sunday and the hallway lights are off. But we've got a lot of windows, which allows for the students to look in and out. It allows for natural light to come in, which is nice. So we don't always have to have these harsh lights on. It's a little overcast out, so we're not getting as much light as we normally would. It's also fun in the middle of the morning. Those high windows here are able to blind most of my students who are sitting on the carpet. So working on getting some curtains to resolve that issue. Until then, it's not like the students need their corneas. Also, we have a very unique kind of architecture here. Our ceiling here in the library is really just made up of floating tiles and these giant disc lights. The idea is that it creates a sense of nature, or at least that's the attempt. As you can see, the actual ceiling above the tiles is a blue, pale blue color. We have a lot of brown piping and girders, and with all of our shelving having the wood grain look and the earth tone colors throughout the library on the carpet, the idea is that it's supposed to bring a sense of nature that the students, I don't know that they really even notice at this point or appreciate, being 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, but I like it. It's unique, it's different. All of the architects who have come in apparently hate it, but it's fun. It's nice. The worst part of it is that it takes forever to heat up or cool down this place. It's so big with the ceiling so high. There have been some issues with that. But overall, it's a unique, special place. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the ELC South Library. Thanks.